Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up in their names, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about why I'm done going out. You see, I received some disturbing news. This might be too much for YouTube. You know, there was a bottle girl who unfortunately passed away, got hit by a car recently. And that's not necessarily the reason why I'm done going out. But let me give you a little bit more context. My grandfather, rest his soul as well, was the chief of celebrations back in Africa. For those of you who watched one of my previous videos, you would know that there's only 50 titles in Africa that's given out. The chief of celebrations, I like to dance, I like to party. It makes sense that my grandfather would be the chief of celebrations. He was a very lively and festive man. He held multiple ceremonies within Nigeria. And I'm super proud that I had a grandfather like that. With that being said, you go to parties, you dance, you get drunk, you spend money. Now, my channel has predominantly been about money and finance, so I think it's also smart to mention that when you stay home, you don't spend as much money, especially if you're not on your phone scrolling through Amazon, Best Buy, or whatever app that you decide to use these days. And when you do that for 2 weeks, another paycheck comes. And guess what? There'll be more money in your pocket than maybe you're used to, because you didn't go out to eat, you didn't go out to the clubs, you stayed home and you allowed your money to grow. That's different for a lot of you. Maybe you need to do an experiment and try that every once in a while. I've done that several times, especially when it came to big purchases like buying a home, buying a new car. I made sure to not spend $1. In fact, sometimes I would limit myself to $10. So maybe I'll just buy one pizza pie. Right now, Domino's has this thing where you get any pizza for $9.99. Maybe I'll treat myself to one of those every 2 weeks and reward myself after a payday if you get paid bi-weekly. Right? Those are the type of things that I was doing in order to say, you know what, I'm going to get ahead by any means. And $10 wasn't going to stop this train. But $100 might derail me a little bit more than expected. And knowing people these days with their budgets being so tight, $100 could be whether you buy groceries the next day or not. And so with that being said, yes, there was multiple car crashes last weekend that I went out, multiple car crashes, which means people were not paying attention to the roads. They were drunk. It was very late at night. And it just goes to show that your life is not just in your hands when you are outside at these times. But for other reasons, I also wanted to refrain from going out. I am an advocate for a healthy lifestyle. Health is wealth is what I've always said. And although I work out every day, I was in the gym today. I also understand that if I'm going out every single day and drinking, I'm going to be putting on excess calories. Thankfully, I just did a blood test and my liver is just fine. However, I'm still putting my liver through a lot of stress. Every single time I'm going out and I'm drinking. And I don't just stop at 2 cups. I'll be honest with you guys. I do not stop at 2 cups. If you ever listen to my song by Gifted Lyrically, Devil's Hold, I talk about alcohol a lot. I talk about it a lot. I'm not addicted. I only drink socially and only on the weekends. But when you look into it, you could be a weekend binge drinker. Although I didn't drink 2 weekends ago, it is a thing that could occur within someone's life to where they're addicted to certain things. And you want to refrain from being addicted to really anything. right? You don't want to be addicted to women. You don't want to be addicted to money. You don't want to be addicted to drugs. You don't want to be addicted to anything that could truly harm you in any way. I'm not saying that women are harmful, but just saying that as an example. Um, and so the reason why I'm no longer going out, um, and yeah, there's a little bit of pressure. You want to be around friends. You want to be around family. You want to show each other a good time, and you don't know necessarily other things to do, right? Other events to hold. Now, I've had parties at my house where we would play pool. I got a pool table downstairs. If you ever watch my basement remodeling video, you would see I have a pool table in one of the rooms downstairs. We'll have board games upstairs. We'll have a good night. But everybody doesn't want to do that every day, and that's not everybody's crowd. Some of my friends want to be around women. Some of my friends want to get drunk and party, and that's their way of socializing. If you're not drinking, what are you doing, right? They don't feel as comfortable to let loose and loosen up. That is really what the stereotype has been with a lot of drinkers, is that if this person's not drinking, what are they up to? What are they on? What are they doing that's different? Why are they being weird, right? That's sometimes the connotation that some people may have. And so I say all that to say, there's not much good that comes from being out. There's not many great relationships that are built from going outside at night. So I think that the best relationships that I've found actually have been in the gym. So when I see people outside, that's from the gym. I used to be a boxing instructor. I'll see a lot of my students from outside. I feel protected. I feel protected when I go outside and I run into one of my boxing students, because I know that if anything were to happen, they probably want to prove themselves to me first, before I would have to do anything. Now, granted, I'm not an advocate for anyone having to fight, especially not on my behalf. But I feel way more safer being around people that I've literally worked out with and sparred with, rather than going out to some club with some drunk guys at night, expecting a good turnout. Women know you're just there to talk to them, and they're just there to get free drinks. So what's the whole point of it all, is what I would say. And you know me, I respect my money, and so I don't necessarily indulge in that type of behavior to begin with. And that's why one of my videos that blew up was why I don't go to strip clubs, because I don't necessarily see the need to just be throwing my money away. And granted, I don't know what that experience is like, and I'm sure people have a great experience there, but it's just not for me. So if you are someone who does go out and you're not a party promoter or you're not a club owner, tell me why it is that you like to go out. What events do you partake in? Because I'm actually trying to get into different types of events that don't require me to be in like a club. So I'm looking into that, and I'm really intrigued with learning more about what people are doing at night, maybe like 8 to 12, that doesn't involve the club atmosphere. Let me know in the comment section down below. You know I post on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify for podcasters, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.